Welcome to another virtual adult improv show with the LA Connection players. I'm Ken Scove, the founder and owner of the LA Connection. We're celebrating our 45th year of dishing out fine comedy improv at our theater in Burbank, California. But right now we're online with you, coming into your home or your tablet or your cell phone, wherever you may be, streaming right to you. We're doing a live comedy improv show, and let's introduce the cast today. Starting with Pamela, or Mark.
Hi, thanks for watching.
And Pamela.
Hello, everyone.
Rashida.
Hey, y'all.
And Lindsay.
Hey, everyone.
Obviously, the color blue is the favorite thing behind you these days. So, I don't know, Pamela, you're just a yellow plant person, but everybody else just wants to have that blue going. Mark's got a little bit of yellow next to him, to the one side of him, so it's okay. All right. So, hey, let's tell stories. One of your stories is going to be real, and one of them is going to be fake. And each cast member has to guess which one they think is the real story or the fake story. And I'll do that by asking you to raise your hand. So each story can be up to a minute in length. You get a point for everybody you fool if you're the storyteller, and you get a point for everybody you catch, telling either the real story or the fake story. Okay, so let's start with Mark. You've got exactly 2 minutes, 1 minute for up to 1 minute for each story. They don't have to be that long, but you get up to 1 minute each.
Okay, so I was on a plane and sitting in coach, and this person next to me just like fell asleep, and I was in the middle seat and just slouched over and was almost like laying on top of me. And then I was like, yo, like, can you move? Trying to wake this person up. But they didn't wake up, and they're starting to drooling. I kind of wedged my way out, told the stewardess, and next thing you know, I'm kicking back in first class. It just so happened that also in first class was Jason Alexander from Seinfeld, and it was amazing. We got to talk all about like my favorite show. So has to be one of the best flights, and thank you to the dude who fell asleep on top of me.
Okay, now let's hear the next story.
Okay, so I was playing middle school basketball and had my sweats on. I'm warming up. Okay, game time goes. Take down my sweatpants, and oops, I forgot I wasn't wearing shorts. I just had my tighty whities at the time. I was 10 years old. So I got to have that experience with the whole full of gym parents and other kids.
Okay, so we have the Jason Alexander on the airplane guy falling in his lap story, or we have the guy's got no pants on, naked 10-year-old story. So let's start with the airplane. Do you believe that? Raise your hand if you think it's the airplane story. Okay, so both of you think it's the naked story. So that's what they're saying. They think the naked story. Mark, which one was it?
You guys are correct. It's number 2.
Number 2, so they each get 1 point next to them. So I know Rashida can't put a point next to her, so I'll keep track of her points. Or you can put it on your, there you go. She's got her marker from her child that she's probably stolen and not given back to her kid. So why not, Rashida? Why don't you tell your stories now? So both Pamela and Rashida have 1 point.
Okay. So the first story I would like to tell is the time when I was working at Bloomingdale's and I was pregnant with my second child. And it was a point where I was just getting ready to go into a maternity leave, and I was helping one of my clients. And this particular client that I was helping, he's like really big in the industry. Find out he works out for, not works out, but he works for like HBO. And so I'm waddling, just doing what I'm supposed to do, like, take a shoe size, call, who is it? The inseam people to come in to like take his measurements. In the midst of like doing that and walking to the fitting room, my water breaks. And it was, it was a very uncomfortable feeling because as I was doing that, that particular client saw it happen. And so when I turned around and looked back at him, he was like, yeah, you're not going to be able to help. So I ended up going across the street where I was originally going, which is Cedar Sinai. So yeah, that was my story. My water broke.
Okay, and what's story number 2?
Story number 2 is definitely dealing with my time that I had an opportunity to go to TRL in New York. I was with my theatrical, what can I say, my community theater. And we took a trip to New York, and we were walking down the street in Times Square. And one of the producers was out there, and they looked at me and they said, "Oh my gosh, are you from Michigan?" And I was wearing my Michigan gear. And I was like, yes. She was like, how would you guys like to come on the show? And so we went on to the show, and it was the year that Britney Spears' Toxic #1 was #1. And we got a chance to meet, who was it? It was Tyra Banks and Miss J. And it was like one of the craziest things. I had to do like the silliest dance in front of everyone just so I can get some tickets so I can go back the next year, which never did happen. So I kind of like, really embarrassed myself on that show.
Okay, are we talking about the second one here, the show or the water breaking? Let's go with water breaking first. Do you believe that story? Raise your hand. So you've got one person believing you and one not. So Mark obviously believes the show. Okay, so Rashida, which one was it?
Ooh, you guys are good. So, Mark, you're right. Sorry, Pam.
Okay, so Mark now gets his point back, but Rashida gets a point. So that puts Rashida in the lead with 2. Mark has 1 and Pamela has 1, but Pamela can win if she can fool you both. So Pamela, you get... We're glad you know how to write the letter 2. It's amazing. Did you just turn the paper around, Rashida? You're so versatile. Okay, Pamela, you've got the stage.
So I was on this trip called Outward Bound, and it's like this big hiking trip that you go on for like 3 weeks. And what I didn't know is that it had all these people on it who were like, almost going in jail or had major issues. One of them was a misogynist who didn't like women and like tried to like kill women. And I was like a high schooler, and I was just going on there to hike. They find out I'm there with my best friend. They separate us into different troops. I have to do hiking 20 miles a day, compass, find out where to go each time. We had one guy who was overweight. He ate all the chocolate every single time. You had to deal with all of like these issues of contention and everything like that. And then at night you had to literally like sleep outside, and like if there was snow, you created an igloo. If there wasn't, you would go find a cave. Finally, at the end, you had this thing, I can't remember what it's called, but some kind of like excel at ropes course or something like that. We had to like run through all of these muddy trails. It was raining. You had to go over these long logs, and I had to like shimmy across it because it was too slippery, and I was scared about it. And I got back and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't feel anything. And they put me immediately naked, stripped down all my clothes and put me in naked with this woman called Tekla, who was 42 years old.
Okay, what a story. Okay, I can't wait to hear the second story.
So I was driving down 280, one of the freeways here in San Francisco, and my tire got a flat, and I could just feel it on my Prius. It was going ka-tink, ka-tink, ka-tink. I'm like, oh, because if you're on 280, it's like, it's all nature and all of that. And it's out there. There's not a lot of people to help you. I call AAA, which I've always loved. They tell me it's going to be a 2.5-hour wait. I tell them it's dark. I'm a woman. I'm on the side of the freeway. All these cars are whizzing by me. So finally, this police guy comes and he said, I'll help you. I was like, oh my gosh, this is great. So he helps put on the tire. And then after we get the tire done, he goes like this and steps away and says, I'm stepping out of my police role, and I want to ask if you want to go on a date with me. And I was like, because I'm an improviser, I was like stepped over to my side. Like, I don't want to be this passenger in a car anymore. I don't know. And I was like, no. And he was cute. He was great, but I just could not go there. I was like, I can't deal with that violation of the police boundary. I can't do it. And I kind of regretted it. I was like, oh my gosh, this was a nice guy. He stepped out of his role, but I was like, can you step out of your role as a policeman? Anyways, I could have missed the love of my life on 280.
Okay, the love of her life on 280, or that terrible camp story where she sounds like got frostbite. Which one do you think?
No, it was hypothermia. It was hypothermia.
Okay, hypothermia. Do you believe the hypothermia story? Raise your hand. One, you got one. Okay. And so the other one is the second story about the police officer. So, Pamela, which one was it?
It was the hypothermia. I'm sorry, Rashida.
Oh,
I got creamed on that hiking trip. I got lambasted. I think the police story is cute, though, right? That's kind of fun.
it's a very cute story. And, I was that policeman. So that was a real story. No. Hey, it's good to have Lindsay back. Lindsay's having internet issues, so you'll see her going, come and go. We'll put her in any game she's in, but if she leaves, then we'll figure it out because we're an improv troupe. Well, here's the good news. You're all tied at 2, 2, and 2. There's no winner today. You all got 2, and everybody wins, really, or everybody loses. But we'll think everybody wins. I think that's a little better way to feel. Okay, let's move on to the Bachelor. And Lindsay, you'll be coming out first, or we won't see you again for a couple 20 minutes. But let's see, you're a tornado chaser. Okay, so you chase tornadoes. Okay, so go ahead and get into character. You'll be coming in first. Rashida, you took him to a Zulu warrior event in Africa. Zulu warriors. Okay, I actually know a friend who actually was contacted by Zulu warriors. She was really freaked out. She was a mime, and she was able to actually do some sort of mime routine, and then the Zulu warriors accepted her instead of killing her. So let's see how you're going to come out with the Zulu warrior. Why would you take him there? We'll find out. And then Pamela, you took him to a medium. Okay? This should be a lot of fun. Okay, so Mark, welcome back to The Bachelor. We've narrowed it down from 20 bachelorettes to just now these 3. And we're really excited to, have this final day today. So are you excited that you're going to maybe pick the woman of your dreams today?
I'm so excited. I mean, I went on so many bad dates, and finally I found the woman that I want to spend the rest of my life with.
Okay, well, hopefully only one. Unless you want to turn it into a Mormon show, then you can take all 3 of them. But I think you'll have to narrow it down to one. And the thing is, Mark, you've been able to be in control, or the producers were in control of where the dates would go each time. But in this particular round, we let the ladies decide where they wanted to take you. And of course, I can't wait to bring each one out and ask them why they decided to take you where they did. So let's bring out Lindsay first, Mark. And she's a tornado chaser. So you obviously got into some sort of a pickup truck she had with cameras, and you chased tornadoes in the Midwest area. So Lindsay, why did you take Mark to a tornado chasing event?
It wasn't an event, Kent. It's my life.
Oh,
I
okay.
chase tornadoes all up and down the United States, and it's my passion, and it's been my passion ever since that movie Twister came out.
Oh, okay. Well, Mark, what did you think when she got in the truck and began to start chasing tornadoes?
I thought it was amazing. I'm a thrill seeker, and I'm always looking for like the next great thing. I've never been in a tornado before, especially being out in California. We got all sorts of other natural disasters, but that looks fun.
It's like this adrenaline rush, and with the like endorphins and everything, it's like a high that you can't like come down from. Kind of like,
Wow.
Like sex after that's just like, oof.
Well, I'm not going to ask you if you had sex after the tornado, but
we did.
Oh, okay. Well,
Kind of during a little bit. We caught a little bit, and that was really fun too.
He wasn't scared, which is kind of hot because like most guys are scared, but he wasn't.
So did you have like twister sex or what?
Yeah. Have you seen like that movie with obviously Twister, like I mentioned? We found a barn,
A barn.
So hot.
Okay. Now I understand, Mark, at one point the car actually lifted about 2 feet off the ground.
Yeah, that was so much fun because you didn't know if you're going to get sucked up and blown away or.
Right. You didn't know if you're going to live or die, and that's like, I think that is where like you find true love, between death and being alive.
Well, we hope it's somewhere in there, yeah.
My mother.
Right.
Right. Okay. Well, listen, Lindsay, you seem very adventurous. So we're going to actually have you come back at the end. We have 3 bachelorettes. You've been narrowed down from the top 20, so you've done a great job. Obviously, Mark has some sort of connection with you, and we're going to bring you back in just a few minutes. Okay. Okay. So let's bring out Rashida now. She took you to a Zulu warrior event in Africa. Okay, here she is. Okay. So Rashida, tell us why you decided to take him to a Zulu warrior event.
Because he needs to know my ancestors. I love his blue eyes, and I feel that if I could take his blue eyes, I can hypnotize the rest of my tribe.
Oh, okay. So you this is your tribe, and you wanted to meet your family.
Yes, I feel that we can have generations with his blue eyes to take over our tribe, to help break out of other limitations that my tribe has been having for so long. I love his blue eyes. I'm so attracted to him. He's even wearing a blue shirt. I manifested this. I conjured this.
Wow. So Mark, what did you think when the helicopter dropped down into a Zulu warrior reservation, and they began to start doing all sorts of wild dances?
Oh, I thought it was like, at first I thought it was like a pop-up kind of club situation. And then I was like, yo, this is real. Like, I'm going to a Zulu. Then I found out it was her family. So the connection was there. I tried to do some of the dances. I try to get my dancing, but it didn't really go that well. But by the end,
You're too stiff.
Yeah, that's it.
What did you think when they put you in front of the tree and they threw a bunch of spears at you?
I was like, I hope they have bad aim, because those spears would hurt. And then I heard that they were cannibals, so I was like, am I gonna be some meal?
Well, it worked out pretty well. And what was interesting is Rashida, this is her first time when she was able to bring out her true self, because, we didn't even know she was part of a Zulu warrior tribe until today, because we let all the women decide where they wanted to take you on this date. And I think that's a fantastic is that a tribal dance you're doing right now, or is that some sort of a mating dance? Wait, this might be some sort of mating dance. I'd like to watch this.
It's the mating dance. Mark, I'm feeling you. Do this. Just do it. Just go with it.
I'm feeling it. The song that we did too was like Zulu. Yeah. We said Zulu, and just like that, and then you just feel the energy.
Wow.
Keep doing this with your hands. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, see, wow. and then I met her dad, and that's when I was nervous.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I thought the first one was pretty adventurous. This one's even wilder. I'm not sure. So you had sex with the first one, and the second one you're having some sort of tribal dance sex now. So you're really, what is the crystal for, Rashida?
It's to keep everything balanced. This is something that my family and our tribes that we use. And this is also to keep Mark and I balanced, because I feel that he's kind of going off his path. And I just want to keep him centered, making sure he's connected with me. Connected with me.
Oh, okay. All right. Listen, we're going to have you come back, Rashida. We'll bring you back in just a few minutes, okay? Okay. Wow, that's quite an interesting.
That was intense.
This is going to be an amazing choice here today. But, even the third one now, Pamela, she took you to a medium. So this is getting more and more interesting with these women. We had no idea they were so eclectic. Where is Pamela? Has she left the building?
Oh.
There she is. Okay, good. Okay. Shansia. She's even changed her name on the set. Okay. She's going into some sort of a different thing. All right, we'll call you Shansia. Shansia, tell me.
Seance. We went to a seance.
Okay. Before I ask you what you're holding, I'd like to ask you why did you decide to take Mark to a medium?
We went to this medium that brought us through a seance, and I needed to feel connected with him, and there was a reason why we were being together, why we're being brought together. They put us into this centrifuge and they plug it in and they get our beings to understand each other. And then the medium comes in and tells us if we're made for each other or not. I take dating very seriously. It's a very scientific force for me. And the medium and the seance brought us together.
Well, let me ask you, they put the two of you in that, what do you call that thing again?
It's a seance blender.
Okay, okay, I didn't know they had those. A seance blender. Okay, so you're saying that you and Mark can fit in that seance blender, or do they get your spirits to go into it? I'm not sure exactly. You lost me on that one.
You'd be really surprised at the size of a soul, Kent.
Wow.
It's not even the size of an atom. Our bodies are a huge illusion. And in order for me to connect with this man, I had to make sure that our souls were conjoined. And to understand that scientifically, I take dating very seriously. It's algorithmic for me.
Okay. Mark, what did you think when you walked in and you realized you were at a medium?
I was like, for real? Like, we're going to go to the medium? And then it was all real. And then, like, once I kind of got through the awkward part of it, we got into the blender and I felt the connection was there. I felt one connection, like we were just one unit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens.
Shanacia, I hope I'm saying that right. Tell me, what did the outcome come? What was the final result when the medium gave you your decision if you were going to be lifelong souls?
That's a very confidential, private question between Mark, me, and the medium. But I will let you know today that when you blend your souls, you never, ever, 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 ever are the same again. You're one, you're connected, and you can never be split apart. We're one atom now.
Okay. So there's just a single atom between the two of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We started the same first name.
Wow, this is just blowing my mind. I didn't even know any of this stuff. I had no idea that that there was a seance blender even. All right, well, you stay out here, and we're going to bring Lindsay back out, okay, who brought you, she's a tornado chaser, and then Rashida, who brought you to her family, the Zulu warriors in Africa. Can we get them all out here and put them all up on the big screen together?
Dude, that chick, you can have her. I don't want any atoms mixed together.
Okay. All right, well, there you go, Mark. You're going to eliminate one at a time. Who would you like to eliminate first?
First, all of the dates and all the women, you guys were incredible. The first one, Sanishia, we had an amazing time. I felt the connection, but I don't know long term if our atoms will connect. So I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to say goodbye.
Sanishia, anything you want to say before you leave? Oh, you have to unmute yourself. She's swearing, I think, though.
She's really upset.
You're defying the blender's prognosis. You're defying it.
I like the blender. I like the blender. We'll have a smoothie together sometime.
Okay, we'll give her an ion.
Oh,
okay.
boy.
All right. Bye, Tanisha. You can go back and get your gift now.
Oh my goodness, these are so great. Rashida, I had such a great time with you, but I'm gonna have to say goodbye because Lindsay and I felt we're just adrenaline junkies. But
are you denying me?
No, I'm not denying you, and I definitely want to go visit you.
I curse you.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, my God. You've got two women who don't like you. Okay, the two women who have now lost, you can go minimize yourself now. Go ahead and just go ahead and minimize Pamela. Okay. Yeah, all right. So now we're down to Lindsay. You won. There's going to be a lot more chasing, maybe more than tornadoes. So how do you feel, Lindsay?
I feel great. I feel I might be a little cursed, though. I hope that doesn't affect our chances with the tornadoes. I feel like we've been cursed on multiple levels, but I feel good, Kent. I feel good. I feel like I got a new partner in crime, partner in adrenaline junkie. I love it.
All right.
Okay.
I got a tornado tracker. Let's go.
Well,
Go,
Mark
baby, let's go.
and Lindsay, we've heard there's a new tornado happening outside of Kansas City. We're going to get an Uber driver to take you there, okay? And we've got cameras and we're ready to go. So go on out to the parking lot. We're going to pay for everything. Have a good time. We're going to get you a nice hotel in Kansas City.
Bye. Thanks, Kat.
This has been The Bachelor. Okay. All right. So now let's go into In Your Ear. So now I need to bring out the whole cast for a second. In Your Ear is where two people will be off camera, but they'll be kind of like life coaches or guidance counselors or just people who give you advice, basically, okay? And sometimes they could be condescending even. I mean, that's up to who's in your ear. So right now we're going to have Pamela will be in Rashida's ear. And I'm going to switch it around and make Lindsay in Mark's ear. Okay, so Lindsay, you're going to be in Mark's ear. So we'll have Mark and Rashida will be the two main characters that we see. Now, alternating, we'll hear what's going on in their ear for advice. Every time one of them speaks, the opposite person will get advice, and they'll respond to what that person said. So, again, Pamela will be in Lindsay's ear, Mark's ear, I mean, and Lindsay will be in Mark's ear. I had to change it so many times, guys, because everybody kept going in and out. So this is just the way improv goes, okay? So, Lindsay, you'll be in Mark's. I'm so confused now. Pamela.
Mark's in Rashida's ear and Lindsay's in Mark's ear.
Okay, you know, it's good you listen.
Yes,
because I don't listen to myself because my wife doesn't listen to me. So I figured I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to listen to myself either. If no one's going to listen to me, I might as well not listen to myself. But thank you, Pamela. You want to change your name back unless that's what you want to be. Yeah, that'd be great. Rashida, Mark, and Lindsay will be who they're going to be. Now, here's the deal. Okay, Mark is trying to get Lindsay to sleep with him, and he'll do anything he can. Okay. So let's get the two people who are going to be in the person's ears to minimize.
Wait, Ken, I don't understand that. Mark and Lindsay, because it's Mark and Rashida.
I'm in Mark's ear.
Mark and Rashida.
Mark is trying to get Rashida to sleep with him.
I'm glad you should be directing today.
Sure, no problem.
Okay. All right. Let's just get the two people who are going to stay out here. All right. Now, good. You know who you're in each other's ears? I'm going to leave and go watch this video and realize how many mistakes I've made. Okay? But at least I'm not a politician, you know, because then I wouldn't admit my mistakes. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Go ahead and minimize me. And Mark, you're going to do anything you can to get in Rashida's pants. We'll start with Mark.
Oh, Rashida, I'm so happy you showed up to this party. This is going to be so much fun. Oh my God, I can't believe that we're going to finally surprise Sarah.
Okay, I don't think this thing is anything having to do with Sarah. Rashida, girl, get your fence up, man. He's trying to go after something.
Yeah, I thought you wasn't really cool with Sarah. So where are we going? Yeah.
Mark, she actually really means that she's jealous of Sarah. And she thinks you're going to flirt with Sarah over her. So she's jealous.
Well, just to let you know, I am only here at Sarah's because I knew you would be here, you know, as her former roommate.
Girl, you are fine. You are fine. You are like 10 plus, like way above Bo Derek, girl. You get control of your life and decide where you want to go and with who you want to go.
You would tell me anything, huh? Where have I heard that line before? You knew that I was going to be here. Duh, I'm here. So can we be a little bit more original?
Can she be a little more original? Maybe she should stop with the Valley Girl accent that she has going on, and that would be a little more original.
I mean, here's the thing. I've always liked you, you know, ever since we all were living in the same apartment complex. So you don't need to put on that whole Valley Girl attitude. I've seen you use that before. Let your guard down.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He's going back to when you guys lived together? That was 10 years ago. What took him 10 years to make a move on you?
How long has it been? 10 years? And you're just, you know what? It doesn't even matter anymore. It's clearly, I feel like there's a ulterior motive going on here, Mark. What are you really trying to say to me?
Obviously, there's an interior motive going on because you've dated everyone else and she's the only one left after 10 years. So might as well sleep with her.
Well, first, I would like to get you a drink. So this is the special punch that Sarah always has. It's delicious. There you are. And, you know, I've dated a lot of people when we were together, and now I know you're the one.
Okay, I don't like the hand movement.
Exactly what's in this drink? Because yeah, I'm on something new right now, whereas like, you know, if I didn't see the drink being made, I shouldn't take it just because, you know, just for precautions.
So she sounds like the same person she was before, untrusting, unwilling to open up, and super vain. Have you seen her putting makeup on this whole time? Come on, Mark.
Rashida, look, let me take a sip just to show you that it is not spite. You know me. Look, I knew that you always liked me, and I've always liked you. Let's just not play around anymore.
He has a huge ego, bigger than any other body part he has.
Oh, wow. Wow. Like, you know, that's a very strong word. Like, I mean, I like a lot of things. I like a lot of people. I like Jesus, you know. But you taking me, Sarah, and this drink, and you are I'm sorry, you're kind of acting a little weird, Mark, which is why I want to move out 10 years ago.
There's definitely a lot of more warming, sweet people out there on Tinder. I don't know if you should be wasting your time with her. She's kind of a bitch, if you don't mind me saying.
Well, let's end there. It doesn't sound like Mark's going to try any harder to get Rashida. And Rashida's done putting on her makeup, so I think the scene's over. Okay, so now let's keep Mark and Rashida out here. But Mark, you need to leave for a second. We'll bring you back out in a second, okay? Okay, so this next game is called Breaking Point. Now, your video's a little weird. Why don't you leave and come back real quick? Is this what you need to do? No, you're okay. Now you're okay. Something, yeah, it worked out. Okay, beautiful. Okay. So, you know, we're on a new game called Breaking Point. I know you're one of the producers on the show. And I'm going to give you 5 minutes to break Mark, okay? Now, if you can break Mark in 5 minutes to get him to say he'll kick his roommate out, okay? Now, his roommate's also his best friend. So they live together. They've lived together for about a year. And you got to find a way to get Mark to say, I want to kick him out. Now, you can lie about his roommate. You can make stories up. You can say he's trying to get his girlfriend. I don't care what you say. But you got 5 minutes to get him to say, I'm going to get him out of this house. Okay, if you do that, you'll win $1,000 for a charity of your choice that the program will donate to whoever you'd like. However, if he doesn't, you can't break him. He'll win the $1,000. Now, we're going to make him on a show about rentals, that you're like a rental agent and perhaps, you know, you can relocate this guy or find something. Or if you can get even Mark to say, I'm going to move out. Okay, Mark, is just, you get them to not live together. So if you can get Mark to move out, maybe you can offer him better housing, whatever you want to do. But that's how I'll set it up for Mark. And I'll tell him that, you know, we're going to take this for our rental company and leasing company for apartments and houses. Are you ready to play, Rashida?
Yes.
Okay. Let's bring Mark out right now. If you can open the doors up, and we'll bring him onto the stage here. Oh, hey, Mark. Welcome to our show. I'm Kent. I'm one of the executive producers on the show. And, you know, this is a new local-based real estate and leasing of apartments and even like part-time things like a month hotel, anything like that, or houses. And we are national, but Rashida is our regional agent here, and since you're in this area, she just would like to talk to you a little bit about your housing arrangement. And I'm going to let her talk to you for about 5 minutes. We're going to tape this for the show. We might put it on our website. Is that okay, Mark?
Yeah, that's fine. Totally fine.
Okay, great. Okay, I'm going to go out to the truck and watch from the truck with the director, and I can't wait to see how you guys talk for the next 5 minutes, okay? Your timer's starting right now, Rashida.
All right.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, how you
Hey,
doing?
so how are you like where you're living at right now? You know, a lot has changed.
It's so great. I love my location. I can walk everywhere. I got a swimming pool. I like to do my water aerobics there. It's fantastic.
And it's funny that you mentioned the swimming pool. You know, I heard about what happened, you know, a couple of weeks back with the little kid drowning in the pool. And I'm hearing there's also some type of, what is it? Some type of bacteria that you guys are having in your pool. That's, you know, the chlorine isn't helping and you guys are kind of have like skin rashes. Are you okay with that?
Well, what happened was we had that little kid had diarrhea in the pool, caused a bacterial outbreak. But since he died, then the outbreaks and stopped. So
The outbreaks have stopped.
Yeah.
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 So I just know that they're testing the residents in that area just because for some reason it's kind of leaking into the drinking water. So what do you have in your place to help prevent that? You know, what are you drinking? Are you drinking just tap water? Or are you drinking regular bottle?
Well, no, actually,
Water?
I have a very integrated reverse osmosis water system. So I have actually a special water line that takes out all the toxins, and it works.
It works.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and how long have you been living there now?
Oh, gosh darn it. I lived here about 6 years or so. It just
Wow.
flies by. I love it here.
So you heard about that major murder that happened down the hall from you, right? Where the guy actually murdered his whole family. And for
Well,
some reason, they can't find him or the bodies.
well, technically, it wasn't his family. It was somebody. I think they were Airbnb, so he might have murdered that family. But we didn't know them, so yeah.
And I also heard that it has something to do with the contamination of the water and also with the kid drowning. I mean, it's just, don't you feel kind of uneasy that there's like so many different events going on around you?
You know, I like sometimes I have a very boring life and having this excitement, dead kid, dead people staying. That was at the other end of the wing, so I don't really walk by there.
I mean, it would make me kind of creeped out just knowing that something so tragic like that happens just only feet away from me. But you know what? I have a quick thing. I have an offer for you because we've actually been talking with a lot of people in your complex about what's going on, and we're offering you another chance of a better living situation. We're going to offer you to move out of there. And this is the sweet deal right here. We're planning on paying one full year worth of rent.
Wow.
So that's over $12,000. How would you take that? And where we're putting you at, the whole land is better. There's no tragedies. Everyone is very community friendly. How would you take that $12,000?
Well, I mean, it does sound great, but so I'm the HOA president here, and so we have a lot of car nights and movie nights and a lot of social activities that I organize, and these are my homies, my friends. So I don't know if I feel comfortable leaving them.
Okay, well, how about this? I have something on you because I know you are the president, and there's a reason why those murders that happen from you are being kept on a hush hush, because actually you have something to do with it, and you didn't want that to be exposed. Now, do you? I suggest you take the $12,000 and just move out.
Wait a second here. I kind of feel like there's some setups going on here because I had nothing to do with that. You're talking about that.
You know about it.
I was out of town. I was at my cousin Jerry's house for their wedding. And I wasn't even around then. So that's rumors.
Listen, this is just between you and I.
Yes.
Just take it, because I'm telling you, if I put this out that you were knowing exactly what happened, even though you weren't there, but you knew what was taking place, transpiring.
Well,
This can ruin your reputation and it can get you fired from the board. I suggest you take it and move out.
where were you on the night? It was about 8 months ago. It was a Saturday night at 8 o'clock when this incident occurred. What?
No, it doesn't work that way. I was on a production set doing what I do, and I work with realtors. So that doesn't apply. Again, you need to move out or you're being exposed about what happened down the hall from you.
Wait a second. I got back. I checked the camera footage. There was somebody that looked a little bit like you.
Are you trying to say we all look the same? Is that what we're implying now?
Oh, no.
Okay, I think you can bring me in there on that line. So, Mark, you're on the show
Flipped it on
Breaking
me.
Point. This is not a realtor show. In fact, Rashida works for our show as one of the producers, and we gave her 5 minutes to try and break you, to get you to say you'll move out of that apartment. She did everything she could. All that stuff was made up. So it's amazing that she made stuff up that you actually said was real, like the murders and the kid drowning. So,
Yeah.
wow, there is some pretty bad stuff going on there, and you're the HOA president. But the good news for you, Mark, is you have won $1,000 because she didn't break you. Okay?
Yeah, and you can't prove anything that I did.
Okay, well, we do have it all recorded. And Rashida also works for the LAPD. Okay, well, listen, thank you very much. You guys stay out here. Let's bring in Lindsay. Let's bring in Pamela. We're going to play a game called Four Corners. So Mark will be the first one with Pamela. So the scene will be about what I'm going to give Pamela, and it's Desperate Housewives. So maybe Mark's your pool boy. I don't know who he is. That's up to you who you want to make Mark. Okay, so go ahead and put Desperate Housewives next to your name. Then Lindsay will come in next. And when you're with Pamela, you'll be on a Vegas vacation. And then Rashida will come in, and obviously I know you can't write it next to your name, but you did this so well in a practice once, I have to see it again. The correctional facility, a woman's correctional facility. Okay, so when you come in with Lindsay, you'll be in the woman's correctional facility. And then Mark, you're going to be a parent-teacher meeting. Okay, so the parent-teacher meeting, so you can either choose to be the parent or the teacher. So just remember when your performer, your partner comes out, for example, the Desperate Housewives, you have to identify who you want Mark to be. And then, of course, when Lindsay comes in, she'll identify who you guys are on the Vegas vacation. And then Rashida will identify Lindsay in the correctional facility, and Mark, and Pamela will be dealing with the parent-teacher meeting. Lindsay, can you come back in for a second? Have we lost Lindsay?
No.
Welcome to Dead Radio, where no one talks. Yes, I've been on radio where we didn't talk for 5 seconds. We got phone calls. People got freaked out. They thought we were bombed. Okay, there was no radio station. Okay, I don't know if Lindsay's going to be here. So if she's not going to be here, then we need to move on. Yeah, we'll boot her and see if she comes back in a second. By the way, your Zulu Warrior was phenomenal. Really, really good. And I've never been in a seance blender, but I'm going to Google that after the show and see if there is a seance blender, And Mark turned into quite a shady character in that last scene. I think we found a little bit too much about you. Okay, well, let's assume she's not coming back at this moment in time because I don't know what happened to her. So this is going to be the correctional facility between Mark and Rashida, and then it will be Desperate Housewives between Rashida and Pamela, and then the parent-teacher between Mark and Pamela. So let's minimize except for Rashida and Mark. First scene is a correctional facility. Go ahead and minimize me as well. Here we go.
Hey, listen, I want to say thank you for the commissary the other night. I was kind of low and you kind of spot me. No other officer has done that for me, and I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, you promised to keep me safe, so I wasn't going to get shanked. So it's the least that I can do is get you, some of them extra Cheetos.
Yeah, and you know what? I can always do other things for you as well. I was just wondering, could you add an extra bag of hot Cheetos for me? Just because I like that, and I like to eat that in my cell late at night.
You know what? I'll get you not the little bag. I'll get you like the big Costco style size. Yeah, like all the hot Cheetos you can muster down.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yo, like what you gonna do for me though?
Okay, there's there's a janitor's closet. I actually participated in like cleaning up and being a janitor and everything, and I was wondering, that new closet that just opened on the east wing.
Clean.
I can meet you there. Can we do it like after lunch?
Oh yeah, after lunch, because yeah, then that's perfect. I'm on break then. So
Yeah.
we will line up perfectly.
Rotate.
can you-
Mark
could-
out and Pamela in.
Oh gosh, girl, I need you to go cook me up something amazing in the kitchen.
I'm so sorry. I've had literally too much wine. My gosh, I cannot cook anything.
You gotta cook. I don't cook. I don't cook anymore after having all of my servants. I want you to cook me something luscious. Can't you make some of your pot brownies?
I told you I'm not trying to get anyone high anymore. Not especially when my husband is out.
Everyone.
And then look at you. You've obviously had two. How many have you had so far?
Oh my gosh, I've only had 4, Rashida. Just 4. It's 2 p.m. Come on. Lighten up. Oh my
You're
God.
not supposed to eat that many. You're only supposed to have a corner of it. They have not kicked it. Oh,
What are you talking about? You're so like on it and so like acting like I'm a kid. Come on.
how many fingers am I holding up?
No, 3.5.
Oh, no.
Rotate. Lindsay in and Rashida out. Stay out, Pamela. Vegas vacation.
I told you to hit on 7. What the is your problem?
I don't know. You're totally right. We lost that poker game, and I should have hit on 7. Ooh, look at that cute guy over there. Oh.
This is why you're not getting married until the last one, is because you're not picking up on signs. Like when people give you a sign like don't hit or yes hit, that's what you should do. Like whatever.
Yeah, why? I mean, if we can't get husbands in Las Vegas, there's something really wrong with us. Everyone gets married in Las Vegas.
Rotate. Mark in and Pamela out. Parent teacher.
Come on. Yeah. Thank you for coming in for parent teacher conference. I want to talk to you about what's going on with Justin and Justin's behavior.
Justin's perfect.
Justin is doing a tremendous job. I don't know if you realize that he's got an amazing singing voice.
I have noticed, but we're more of a sports family, so we kind of suppress that side of him.
Right. Well, he ends up singing all the time throughout class, and I got to tell you, at first it was disruptive, but he just gets and really belts out these songs, and I want to manage him.
Is it like is it like a mixture of Fergie and an Angel? Because that's pretty much what my husband said, but I said, no, you got to get into sports. You got to get mud on your knees. Like, let's go.
Yeah, I know. I understand that. He could do sports, but I feel like he's the next Bruno Mars. And, but
how much money does Bruno make?
Rotate. Lindsay out. Rashida in. Stay out, Mark.
Yo, I got the Cheetos right here.
I know.
Yeah, I got like a whole case. Like I just took them off. I just said that we had a shipping issue. So, I got 20 minutes.
Oh my gosh. You are so you're so thoughtful.
Yeah, no, this is good. Yeah, so maybe we could. The thing is, though, this uniform, maybe like here. Let me put this over here so the hot Cheetos don't get all over the place.
I need to tell you something. I should have told you
Yeah.
yesterday.
Oh.
Or I should have told you when it actually happened. But you've been taking care of me here in the the cell, and it is just I appreciate that because I don't have anyone on the outside. But I think I might be pregnant.
Oh, yeah. I mean, probably didn't get pregnant from the other, inmates.
No.
Where do you think that happened?
I really think it was from you.
Rotate.
Yeah.
Pamela in. Mark out.
Oh my gosh. You're eating the chips again. You're going to get fat and he's going to leave you. He's going to leave you.
Oh, wait a minute. You eat 4 of those and you have the balls now to talk and say, I'm going to get fat? Wow. Wow. Seriously.
I don't need to lose weight. I don't need to lose weight. I just use liposuction anytime I need to.
Rotate.
Yes, it works.
Lindsay in. Rashida out. Lindsay, there you go.
So I did it. I finally took the plunge. I got married.
That is so cool. I really wish I found someone. Maybe the guy who was your preacher will marry me.
This heart ring, do you see that? I just wrote on it. That's real. It's like a real tattoo.
That's like true love. True love in Las Vegas. So
yeah.
bad.
But
So
like
bad.
you haven't been married, so I feel like it's your turn.
My God, thank you so much. Let's try to find someone for me. Maybe one of the blackjack dealers.
Yeah, I'm kind of
rotate.
busy.
Mark in. Pamela out. Parent teacher.
Well, Lindsay, I did want to talk to you about, you as a parent. I feel like you're pushing Justin into sports just because you were an athlete. Justin's not. Justin is a singer. And I feel like, being on American Idol, I could definitely manage and nurture his career.
Let me put my glasses on because you look so cool in yours.
I have a prescription, so.
Gold medal, yes. My son is not going to be Bruno Mars. I mean, who even is that? Nobody knows.
Right. Gold medal in what exactly?
Shot put in the 7th grade.
Yeah. I mean, Justin is basically like 60 pounds. I think the shot put is almost as big as him. I feel like you're pushing your dreams upon Justin, and my dream is to make him a star.
Okay. Let me hear you sing.
Rotate. Bring in.
Oh, yeah, wow. Are you sure? You okay? You're all right? Yeah. Hey, look.
Mark, yes. I've only been with you.
You know what? This is my.
This is shop class. I think it might be a boy, but I figure it'd be like your shoe that you wear to work. So I made it in shop class today. It's a candle.
You know what? I've always wanted a kid. And you know what? Having a little prison kid, I'm down.
But what are we gonna do? You can't lose your job. You're not supposed to sleep with inmates.
You know
what are we gonna do? What are we gonna tell them?
I don't know if I need this job anymore. I'm gonna let you.
Kicked.
What's that? Oh, it kicked? Oh my God! How far along are we talking? How much time do I have?
I can't do this, Mark.
Rotate.
Do it. You can.
Pamela, Desperate House.
Oh my gosh, you're pregnant. Rad. That's exactly what you needed to try to keep your sixth marriage together. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm pregnant, but you also saw me drinking a lot of wine. So that tells you how I feel about this pregnancy and my marriage.
Oh my gosh. I love it. Your life is so crazy. I could never do what you do. I could never do what you do. I wouldn't have time. For me, it's all about Botox, liposuction, and occasional PCP.
Rotate.
Everything. Yeah.
Yeah, Pamela.
So, Pamela, now that I got my life together after marrying a man, because that was the last key in my life. Now I am a professional psychologist, and I brought you in to talk a little bit about you and why you are still not married at 65.
That's the power of Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
You bet on a 7.
You do.
And you get married.
Yeah.
And you get a PhD, right? And
yeah,
if I had only bought on a 7,
I
wouldn't be in a studio apartment in Studio City, still trying to find a job 10 years later.
Exactly. And you have a thing like this.
Parent teacher.
I can't see either. I can see. Oh my goodness. Hey, I just wanted to tell you, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe we don't want to make Justin a star. He can go around trying to shot put his way through life and see where that gets him.
Well, I still haven't heard you sing, so maybe can you give us a little song from Bruno Mars so I can kind of get my bearings of how this would work?
I could do that. I'll sing a little. I shot the sheriff, but I didn't shoot the deputy. Now that's magic. I'm not.
Is that Bruno Mars?
No, we're not.
Okay.
You know what? I feel like this opportunity is right here, and I feel like you're going to ruin Justin's life the way you're going about this, pushing him into something he doesn't want to do.
Okay, I will promise you, Mr. Schizophrenia. Is that what your schizophrenia, whatever your name is?
Mr. Scalfini.
Scalfini. Okay, sorry, Mr. Scalfini. I will promise you, I will get him an agent, but it won't be you. And if you could stop teaching him whatever voice and song you just did, that would be appreciated.
And that's Four Corners. All right, bring everybody out for our closing piece. I think it sounded more like Bill Maher than Bruno Mars. But, all right, our final piece is going to be a eulogy. And so we're going to eulogize Jam. Jam has passed away. So each one of you is going to put next to your name, what's your relationship to Jam? Are you toast? Are you knife? Are you jar? And Rashida, you can just verbally tell me real quick because I know you can't put it up. So I'll make a note of that right now.
I'm knife.
Knife. Okay, perfect. That cuts quick. Okay. All right, so we have seed, nuts, and toast. Well, welcome to our eulogy today. It's a very, very sad day that Jam has passed away. We all love Jam. Jam has been a staple in our breakfast life for years, sometimes even in our peanut butter and jam. Some people use jelly, but Jam is a real staple. And I'm here to eulogize Jam today. I have 4 fantastic friends of Jam. Let's start out with Seed, because that's how the Jam was germinated to become what it was. Seed?
I just know that when you were mashed up and put into the jar, the fact that I still got to be a part of you, molding within you, being a part, and every time human would come in and scoop part of you out, it scooped part of me out too. So when you died, I died. When you got scooped, I got scooped. When no one touched the Jam and expired on the shelf for 20 years, no one touched me either. Do you know what it's like to be a seed and not feel touched? I miss you. I miss being in your consonants. I miss being around you and the consistency and how we work together. With you gone, I dry up.
Thank you. That was very beautiful. I'm gonna make sure that someone waters you, Seed, because you're a gorgeous, gorgeous Seed. Let's go to Nuts.
Well, jelly, jam, whatever you want to call him. I usually call him Jelly because we're that close. But he would be nothing without peanut butter. And what would peanut butter be without nuts?
Mhm.
So I think people lost track of how important the peanut butter was on the sandwich. They started focusing more on the jam, like, because there's so many different flavors, but there's really only one flavor of peanut butter. And I got a little jealous. I did. I got a little jealous. I got a little hyped up. And one day I just said, screw you, jam, and all your flavors and all your like easy to spread on toast. Like, how it's so hard to spread peanut butter on toast, but it's not spread jelly. And I just got a little too hopped up. I got a little too hopped up, and nobody ever recognized me and what I was feeling. So I had to take it out. I had to take him out, and I am not sorry for it. And this is not recorded, so it doesn't matter. So I'm not going to go down in history as the person who killed Jelly or Jam.
Actually, it is recorded. We record all our eulogies, and you're nuts. You actually are nuts, and we'll be talking to you after the eulogy. Let's move on now to Toast.
This is not a sad day, let me tell you. This is a happy day. Jam, you had your run. You were with the peanut butter. You were with toast and jam. But today it's avocado and toast. That is what people go for on the brunches. People go out and they put the avocado toast and they pay the $12. They ain't going out for brunch with jam and toast. Avocado, they put a little lemon pepper on it. It's phenomenal. It goes with a Bloody Mary. So Jam, you had your run. Like, can I get an amen on my Jam? Amen.
No, we're not going to give you an amen. I can't believe you were invited to this event. The last two speakers have been very disrespectful to Jam. So I'm going to end with Knife, who had a very good relationship with Jam. Knife?
Well, everything that's good always comes to an end. And, we're here because, Jam is moving on to bigger and better things. I remember our connection we used to have, the many dates that we used to go on, where there's experimenting with the peanut butter, with the butter, with, just spreading across different things of toast or any types of baguettes or anything. And then what really hurt me was the fact that you decided not to use me anymore, your knife. So what if I'm plastic and I'm broke? You decided you wanted to be real and go with stainless steel. So I believe in karma. You got what you deserve.
Wow, this eulogy turned out to be more of like a gang-up festival on the poor Jam. I feel bad for Jam. Seed, I appreciate you being the only responsible person who came here. It sounds like everybody else came to vent and gripe and get revenge on poor Jam. So I'll say this eulogy is over right now. Knife, Nuts, and Toast, we're going to throw you in the dumpster. Seed, we're going to put some water and we're going to grow you again, and you're going to make a beautiful new Jam. And ladies and gentlemen, this has been our show. Again, I'm Ken Scove. Let's introduce our cast. And it's Mark, who's not Toast.
Thank you guys for watching. It's been
And
fun.
Pamela.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. This was so much fun.
And Rashida.
Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have fun.
And how appropriate to introduce Lindsay, who has a napkin in front of her face, frozen, because that has been her day today. Do you guys see what I'm seeing? Do you see a napkin frozen in front of her face? You don't, but we do? Wow. Well, whatever I'm seeing is fantastic. Let's all
Thanks,
wave.
guys, for watching.
Let's all wave
good
goodbye, and we'll see you guys in
Bye.
4 weeks. Hopefully,
See you
with
later.
Lindsay, we'll not have a napkin in her face.